हॅलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बॅक टू माय यूट्यूब चॅनल. माझ्या लाईट स्टडी या यूट्यूब चॅनलमध्ये तुमचं स्वागत आहे. आज आपण 12वी इंग्लिश या विषयातील 4.4 द सायन्स ऑफ फोर याची संपूर्ण ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज पाहणार आहोत. त्या अगोदर जर तुम्ही माझ्या चॅनलवर नवीन असाल तर प्लीज माझ्या चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करा, जेणेकरून असेच नवनवीन व्हिडिओज तुमच्यापर्यंत पोहोचत राहतील. आतापर्यंत आपण A1 आणि A2 ॲक्टिव्हिटीज पाहिलेल्या आहेत, ज्या कॅरेक्टर आणि प्लॉट यावर बेस्ड होत्या. आता आपण A3 ॲक्टिव्हिटीजला सुरुवात करणार आहोत, सेटिंगवर बेस्ड असणाऱ्या ॲक्टिव्हिटीज. चला तर मग आपण स्टार्ट करूयात. फर्स्ट ॲक्टिव्हिटी, साइट वेरियस लाईन्स फ्रॉम द एक्स्ट्रॅक्ट दॅट टेल अस अबाउट द टाईम अँड पीरियड ऑफ द इव्हेंट्स. खाली आपल्याला टेबल दिलेला आहे, ते आपल्याला पूर्ण करायचं आहे. लाईन्स, टाईम अँड पीरियड. फर्स्ट, ही डिसॅपियर्ड अपॉन द 3rd of December 1878, nearly 10 years ago. Mary's father had disappeared about 10 years before she met Holmes and Watson on a particular day. Second, about 6 years ago, to be exact upon the 4th of May 1882, an advertisement appeared in the Times asking for the address of Miss Mary Watson. The same day there arrived through the post a small cardboard box addressed to me, which I found to contain a very large and lustrous pearl. Time and period. Mary first received an expensive and rare pearl 6 years before she received an anonymous to meet letter she come to meet. Third, this morning I received this letter, which you will perhaps read for yourself. Mary receives an anonymous letter on the morning of the day on which she consults Holmes. Fourth, Major Sholto of Upper Norwood, late for the 31st Bombay Infantry, died upon the 28th of April 1882. Within a week of his death, Captain Mostyn's daughter receives a valuable present, which is repeated from year to year. Mary begins to receive the pearls immediately after Major Sholto's death. Fifth, at the Lyceum Theatre, the crowds were already thick at the side entrance. In front, a continuous stream of hansoms and four-wheelers were railing up. Holmes, Watson and Mary reached the Lyceum Theatre on the evening of the day. Mary receives the anonymous letter as instructed by the writer of the letter. This was in the year 1888. Second, explain by citing references from the extract the ways the series of actions moves from London to India. Answer. The extract begins with Mary Mostyn. I meet Sherlock Holmes at his house in London. They then meet Theodore Sholto in the rundown neighborhood of London. Theodore's Major Sholto had mistakenly killed Captain Mostyn in London. They then go to Bartholomew Sholto's house to get the treasure. However, Bartholomew is found dead. Holmes follows Jonathan Small and Tonga, who have escaped by stream launch over the river Thames in London. When Small is captured, he tells them about the time he spent in India, where he was an accomplice in sending by Agra treasure. Thus, the narration goes to India. Major Sholto and Captain Mostyn were also at one time stationed in India. Third, the extract begins with Mary Mostyn meets Sherlock Holmes at his house. After that, Holmes, Dr. Watson, and Mary visit some places in London. Explain in detail the various places mentioned in the extract. Answer. Holmes, Dr. Watson, and Mary were taken down the Strand, which was crowded, badly lit, and humid. All kinds of people, sad, happy, old, and young, could be seen moving about in the dim light. Watson found it eerie and ghost like, and he felt nervous and depressed. They then reached the Lyceum Theatre, where the crowds were pouring in. A continuous stream of horse carriages could be seen, with stylish people getting put off them. Near the Lyceum Theatre, there are made by an coachman who took them in the coach through Rochester Row and Vincent Square or to Vauxhall Bridge Road. The were on the Surrey side, on the bridge from where they got glimpses of the river Thames with lamps shining on the silent water. The cab then took them through a maze of streets. Holmes could identify Worthwood Road, Priory Road, Lackhall Lane, Stockwell Place, Robert Street, and Cold Harbour Lane. They were all run-down places. The cab took them further, a rather grim and shady neighbourhood with dull brick houses and cheap and slowly public houses at the corner. Holmes mentions that this was not a very fashionable or rich neighbourhood. This was followed by rows of two-storied villas, each with a small front garden. Fifth activity. Describe in brief the importance of the following places in the extract. A. London. Answer. The case start here with Mary Mostyn meeting Holmes at his place in London. They go to meet Theodore Sholto in Lyceum Theatre, means London. They also chase Jonathan Small and Tonga in London. Tonga is killed and Small captured. Small then narrates the entire story. B. Lyceum Theatre. Answer. This is the place near which the writer of the anonymous letter told Mary Mostyn to reach if she wished to get justice. C. Edinburgh. Answer. Mary spent her childhood till she was 17 in a boarding school in Edinburgh. D. Agra. When Jonathan Small was standing guard one night at the Agra fortress, he was overpowered by two Sikh troopers who forced him to waylay the servant of Rajat and steal a valuable fortune in pearls and jewels. This was called the Agra treasure. E. Andaman Islands. Jonathan Small was arrested and imprisoned on the Andaman Islands for the robbery of the Agra treasure. After 20 years, Small made a deal with John Sholto and Arthur Mostyn, who were the prison guards. Sholto would recover the treasure and in return send a boat to pick up Small and the Sikhs. Sholto double-crossed both Mostyn and Sholto and stole the treasure for himself. Small vowed vengeance and 4 years later escaped from the Andaman Islands with an Icelander named Tonga after they both killed a prison guard. Name the places, cities in India and England which have appeared in the extract. Describe their importance. India, Andaman Islands, importance. Major Sholto and Captain Mostyn were stationed there and in charge of the troops. Jonathan Small was also imprisoned here. London, Barker Street, importance. The residence of Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. This was the place which Mary Watson came to consult Holmes. Agra, Jonathan Small was a gate laker at the Agra fortress when he was forced to be an accomplice in the theft of Raja's jewels. Langham Hotel, this was the place Mary's father stays at when he comes to London. He invited Mary to the hotel to meet him but disappeared before his arrival. Bombay, now Mumbai. Major Sholto and Captain Mostyn were both from the regiment, the 31st Bombay Infantry. Lyceum Theatre, Mary was supposed to meet the writer of the anonymous letter or his messengers at the third pillar from the left outside the Lyceum Theatre. River Thames, Jonathan Small, who tried to escape by boat along the river Thames, was captured. His accomplice Tonga was killed. अशा प्रकारे सेटिंगवर बेस्ड हे 3 ॲक्टिव्हिटीज कंप्लीट झालेल्या आहेत. यापुढील ॲक्टिव्हिटीज मी पुढील व्हिडिओमध्ये तुम्हाला सांगेन. जर तुम्हाला व्हिडिओ आवडला असेल तर प्लीज लाईक करा, शेअर करा. जास्तीत जास्त विद्यार्थ्यांपर्यंत माझे व्हिडिओज शेअर करत जा आणि व्हिडिओ आवडला असेल तर प्लीज लाईक करा. जर तुम्हाला माझं चॅनल हवा असेल तर तुम्ही यूट्यूबवर लेट्स स्टडी 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 अशा पद्धतीने सर्च करा, जेणेकरून तुम्हाला माझं चॅनल मिळून जाईल. जर तुम्ही फक्त लेट्स स्टडी सर्च केला तर तुम्हाला ते मिळणार नाही. त्यामुळे तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवा लेट्स स्टडी 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 आणि तुम्ही प्लेलिस्टमध्ये वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या प्रश्नपत्रिका देखील चेकआउट करू शकता. तर आपण भेटूयात पुढील व्हिडिओमध्ये. धन्यवाद.